Day 3. I think I ended yesterday down, but I'm up. But what really matters is I'm following my process. So P&L will come in due course as long as I'm following my process. Anyways, I'm up on the account, $18. Let's go. I know it's not much, but it feels good. It feels good. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, we're looking at here USD, CAD, US dollar, Canadian dollar. Big moves here. I traded this morning. Let's look at my trades, trade history. I did a lot of trades, but I was using a very small size, tight stop loss, basically risking $2 and making like 10, 15. Anyways, that worked there. Here, I think I got in, got out. I think I got a few in there. Definitely a big, nice one there. I usually turn those off, though, because they get in my way. Trade history gone. So we're in this consolidation zone on this low. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I started using this risk calculator. I need to kind of sit down and figure it out a bit better. Basically, you can, if I were looking for a buy here, you can throw this up with the risk parameters you set here. So risking $2. And if you pull this closer, your risk to reward is better. So, if I were to get in right here with the stop loss here, I'm risking $2 for 4. But you can really push that up there, $10. That's what I was playing with it this morning. Not sure I love it. I like it for this reason. Look at this. Oh, I don't want to execute the trade, but instantly it places those. So if I were here ready to get in, boom, execute trade. My stop loss is good, which is nice because this morning on US 30, look at this. I was up here. I think I did a trade in there. Let's take a look. Trade history. Oh, that's right. I did this fucking degen. I saw this wick down hard and I bought. If I bought there and then I sold there, it made like $5. But usually when you see that massive candle, like it's pretty good chance you're gonna be able to get out. Sorry, what the fuck. Anyways, it was up here. I'm like, oh, it might break this channel, go up. Like I'm looking long, and then boom, it just went down. So occasionally that shit can happen. And if you don't have a stop loss instantly set, you can get wrecked, really. So that's why I like that risk calculator for that reason. Anyways, we're looking at US 30 right now. Spread's not too big on it, whereas it's quite a lot on. Sorry, we're at US dollar, Canadian dollar. Pretty big spread on US 30. I don't see that. Usually don't see that. So something else to learn about. Anyway, so let's see how we do. Sort of been a good buy down here off the bottom. Broke the 50. Also the price action pushing through the 9 and the 21. Definitely could be in this zone here. Let's take a look at the what's the price sort of. Let's delete some of these object list. Oh, and also upgraded to high definition. $50 a month though. Thought it was 20 or 30, and I upgraded it, and then I was like, shit, you don't get the high def unless you pay for the second level. I'm like, so I'll probably get something else. That's quite a lot. Okay, so we had this gnarly downtrend. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. slightly lower low, lower high, double bottom, higher low, triple bottom. So this is interesting. We could see this price push up here to maybe a zone of resistance, come back and give us a higher low. And then, you start looking in at least the 1 minute for a long position. We'll take a look here at the 1 hour. I keep that on another screen. My cold's getting better, in case anyone's wondering. So on the 1 hour, we got here definitely pushing up against this resistance. Come down below the 9 and the 21. I got my friend here. Here's Sweetie. Say hi. Okay, she's your shoulder rider. Probably wants me to let her out. Okay, so this is the 1 hour US dollar, Canadian dollar. Couldn't break this area. Double top. Come down. Tested this last higher low on the uptrend. Broke through it, came back, retested it. Broke below it, came back, and now we pushed above it. So we're kind of ranging. We might see something like this. Okay, cool. Look at that. The 382 perfectly bounced off the 382. You can't make this shit up, man. So cool. So to me, this has some ways to go down, which makes sense. I mean, that is a huge value, US dollar, Canadian dollar. I've never seen that. So it would be surprising to see this break this zone and go up to here. What the fuck? So I think we're in a consolidation range here, and I think we're going to come back here. I'm not saying it's not going to break out there eventually. Sure, it could. But that psychologically, into the 140 area is, it's got to do something through here first. So I think we're going down, which means this little pump to the outside might get exhausted. In which case I'll personally be looking more for short sells for sure. Let's move this little guy. I like this thing, except to get used to it. This is definitely an area here you can see support, kind of broke through resistance. So definitely a zone to pay attention to here where it looks like it's slowing down, and we'll see. It's funny. Why is that under there? We're getting a bearish engulfing, maybe. Kind of looks like a cup. You might get a handle here. But again, on the higher time frames, it's looking I'm not saying it's trending bearish, but it looks like it needs to come down. Now, where would I buy this? I think if we broke through and came and retested, because, you could take the chance that that's resistance and then keeps going. So I could, do a real tight something like that, or risking $2 to make 20, But you do that enough time, you just chip your account right away, right out. So I much prefer, we're above here, much prefer to wait and see a little more information. Maybe we'll take a look here at US 30 now, what's going on. I'd like to end the week in the green, even if it's not huge profit yet. This is nuts, though. But look, we have bullish divergence. So, I'm a little more interested here in this. It's funny, where's the structure here? It fell way out. Let's take a look at the hour. I like to keep this here. The hour US 30, it's trying to make it broke out of this downtrend. Maybe, maybe we'll come and test it way down there. I don't know. I don't know. Higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we come back and test this last lower high, and if it's possible to bounce out of there off the 618. And the fact that I think there could be a little bit of a bounce at least. I mean, I wouldn't buy this here just based on the 618. We're down below the 9, below the 21, below the 50 on the RSI. I don't see any divergence, blah, blah, blah. But on the 1 minute, you do have this divergence. So get a strong bounce out of here and a retest of these zones, bounce, retest, back up to 29875. And then what that would look like on the 1 minute or the 1 hour is probably a big wick or something like that. So off the 618. Anyways, my friends, thanks for tuning in. I'm jiving, jamming. You can't hear the music that plays with that surfing, but I can. It's sweet. Look at that. Oh, that's where I'm going. Oh, I got up at 5 in the morning. 4:55. Try to get out in the cabin by 5:05. And I'm on the charts. Take the kids to school. Come back on the charts for a few more hours. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It's my inspiration. Let's zoom in here. What's going on? So, this is some bottom wicks here above the 9 and the 21. It looks like a supply zone up here. So let's bring our little risk calculator in here. Inputs. Calculate by. What? Well, I don't know why it did that. For real. By calculate. I'm not too sure. I got to figure this thing out. Oh, I got to keep my back straight. Oh, I need a nice chair. Hopefully I'll get a nice chair soon. One I'm on sucks. All right, good thing I didn't take that trade. Anyways, I'm not trading that kind of size. It's just I don't want to lose that much yet. Of course, I want to gain that, but look at that, you know. You hit that trade and you're laughing. Let's take a look here. Kind of a bottom of a channel here. Let's cancel that. And again, it's very clearly bullish divergence. Be nice to see this break the 50 on the RSI. Get a strong break of both these moving averages. My cat keeps moving my computer. You silly girl. We call her Sweetie because she's such a sweet girl. Look at that. We're still in the zone. Okay, we're going to break it. What was my story on the 1 hour? Also, you know, if U.S. dollars pumping against other currencies, usually stocks are down, trending down. Like U.S. 30 is a bundle of stocks. So that's a, you know, I can look at this and it's breaking out of that zone, and you know, I might anticipate a dump on U.S. 30. So it's another beautiful day on the west coast of Canada. Absolutely loving this fall. Yeah, you know, this is kind of running it up from the demand zone, so might see it come back down here for sellers to take it back up. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Lime and lemon water, yum yum. It's really got me interested, though, the divergence on the US 30. Let's draw that out for y'all. Look at this. Trending up. It's trending up there. Didn't play out, but still trending up. And in the same region, price is trending down. So it definitely got my attention. I really like to play divergence off the bottom. It's a good one. Usually this kind of pattern of downward channel breaks to the upside. I mean, patterns can always change, though. So we broke out of this one. Looks like we're holding possibly that line. And the US 30 on the hour. Where's our hour chart here? I mean, that does look like it wants to shoot down. So it's probably if this were a strong bounce off the 382 with a bullish engulfing candle, and we're above the 50, and all this look like let's go. This scenario looks better, but because this kind of looks like it wants to down to this and make a double bottom kind of idea, this scenario becomes a less A+ trade. I'm not saying it's not a possible trade with that divergence, maybe to there, and then it poops down on you. So it's always good to be aware of the bigger picture. But this reminds me of just like a slippery slope. It just keeps slipping down until something stops it. Buyers come in, push, and then it gets a retest, and there's buyers who moved up there. But in this scenario, yes, it's broken the 9 and the 21. Yes, I like that those are so tight. Yes, we have the bullish divergence, but this kind of looks like it's just sliding down, like slippery slope till buyers are like, that's it, push. So here, let her slide until, let's look over here, what pushed the price back. We did break the 9, the 21. At some point we got, comes back and tested this area. And that corresponds with being above the 50. So still, not a lot of force to the upside after that big slip grind. I think for all those reasons, if I'm looking to try to get up here, I'm taking a much smaller position, risk 15 or even less. Like, let's end this week in a good spot. My cat, she's a sweetheart. So that's US 30. I don't really look at too many other charts because I'm not trying to make a million trades. I'm just trying to make a few good ones. US 30. And then back to US dollar, Canadian dollar, still going for it, hey? Well, see what happens. You could get nice buy off that bottom. Look at that. Quadruple bottom. And on the hourly, what was the story? Right. It's in that flag. It's in that flag, but at the height of it, it makes me think it needs to come down. This might be it. Comes down, comes back, retest that. Let's go. We'll get a sell on. Could do something like that. So I'm waiting here for a clear break of the 21. And a 50 would be great. You know, a break and a retest. Really nice. Really nice. Then I put a stop loss just above the candle that broke both of them. It's so shitty. Yeah, it's a sweet girl. Wish I could pause this. That'd be a nice feature. I'm on this restream. Here, I'll show y'all. Oh, there it is. It was always up. It's decent, I think. It's too expensive though. You gotta be able to buy something for like a few $100s instead of paying $50 a month. And you can't pause it. If you're able to pause it. Yesterday I noticed that I was getting into a place of like boredom. Like, let's get in and trade. Let's go. So you got to be careful. The mind is tricky. And so I took some trades I shouldn't. I don't think I lost too much, but when I get in that mindset, I'm dropping this down even more, to be honest. It's just, that's silliness. That's silliness. Don't be silly. Really, all I care about is not P&L, but my process. You know, here I'm getting interested. We broke the 9 to 21. I could get in here, for a small size, anticipating this downside, or you wait and retest at some more confluence. You never know when it's just going to range too, right? So ranging sucks. I used to think it was okay, but I changed my mind on that. So I could go down to 0.01, risk $2, and I can, what's this? Kind of idea. Really, this should probably be more up above that one that broke both those. You're risking a couple bucks here. Here's the retest, maybe. It could take another entry too. I don't mind doing that sometimes. I got to figure out how to use this. Close half, shit like that. Close cust. I don't know what the hell that means. But sell calculate again. Let's go. And we'll do another. Let's see what the Fibonacci is telling us. That looks like a 328, to be honest. 326. Just going to hold it down. The 9 and 21 flipping. Strong break there. Still within confidence. $382, Mike, maybe. As long as the moving averages keep it down, I'm not changing my position here. And this is US Canadian dollar, right in the high channel there. Broke below 21 and a 9 on that 1 hour. So let's see where she goes. This is, I'm trading my plan. Broke here. We're below the 50. Small size. I'm not trying to risk too much right now. This broke that, there was that resistance line. Broke it, came through it. Could be resistance. Still getting resistance off the 21 and the 9. Okay, I'm stopped on one. And now we're breaking pretty hard to the upside on that. I don't know. Maybe this is kind of a flaggy thing. So I might lose. Damn. Out. It's going to take my stop loss. Too bad. Too bad. Anyways, I'm not too sure about this thing, to be honest. Sometimes you want the pattern to kind of show itself. You know, something like that. And then you can kind of anticipate a bit better. So that's pretty bearish engulfing candle. My strategy is to wait for the next candle and try to, if I'm going to do go for a sell there, wait for it to pull back. For a better entry. But we're above the 50 here. Might just wait on that and see what's going on. US 30. Again, we're on this downtrend. But we had that bullish divergence, right? So see if we can see like a inverted head and shoulders here. Bring this above the 50. Could be interesting.
within you, as well as around. Number three, play upon the energy of the end of which you want for your day or your future, whether it's to radiate a synchronicity, lead a noble life, make a difference in the world, create a new job or relationship, or something else. Number four, as you continue to stand, eyes closed, with an open focus, you take your attention up the outer world, and your brain waves slow down from beta to alpha states. This causes the thoughts, analysis, and chatter inside your head to quiet down, inducing a trance state which allows you to be more suggestive. Number five, when you're in an elevated emotional state that aligns with your future, you will be more prone to accept, believe, and surrender to the intentional thoughts equal to those emotions. This means the thoughts, visions, pictures, and images your mind is creating can make it past the analytical mind. And you can program the autonomic nervous system to create the biology of your new future. So these changes are happening at a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual level, real time, in the moment, through distractions. Number six, since you have created the energy of your new future while standing with your eyes closed, now it's time to open your eyes and begin walking. Your mind will be connecting to the images of your new future rather than equally programmed with the past. Number seven, because you are walking as your future self, you now have to become aware of the way your current self has always unconsciously walked. It's time to alter your stride, your pace, your posture, your breathing, and your movements. You might smile instead of staring blankly. You may imagine what walking as a wealthy person feels like by modeling a wealthy person. Adopt the posture of a courageous person you admire. Walk within the elevated energy of your future healthy body, or walk as an open-hearted, loving, accepting person. You are consciously embodying the person you've always dreamed you could be by walking as if your future self is inherited. Number eight, the more you practice, the more this new way of being will become a new habit. And these habits will
finally
become
let up
your new
the basics.
automatic
But
patterns, thoughts,
council aside, like, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this council. I feel like
parts.
this
Echo it again.
M2.
Ethan on the council.
The more you
Yeah.
practice,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
more
Okay, good.
this
Up here.
new
Good.
way of being will become a new habit. These habits will become your automatic patterns of thought.
Okay, look what we got here.
Once you start naturally feeling and embodying these elevated emotions, they will
US 30 bouncing off that
you will actually
that bottom,
become the person you want to be.
pushing against the 50 on the RSI.
Because
So
all of this we find within
let's see if we can get above the
how
RSI,
you actually follow. I believe that
you know,
flow,
up and
living
retest something here.
is our natural way of being. I had even more realizations on this on my trip to Playa del Carmen last week. And over the years, I've gone there a number of times and made a lot of friends. We seem to have these conversations about how that is experienced when we're there. And I also find that I can experience this wherever I am, on projects, tasks, the various things that I do each day.
So it's kind of the higher low, testing this higher low. Really want to break it, retest it.
By reflecting upon these things, this is how I start my week.
Because we could just range here too. So I don't want to just jump in on a buy there until it's confirmed. Breakout, retest. But here we are above the 50, so it's good.
And we know in our heart
And
desire, as Steve Johnson mentioned in his commencement speech. Follow your heart and intuition.
The US 30 1 hour. Remember, yeah. So we're testing this zone. So what high or low, lower high, lower high, lower high. Breaks the lower high, comes back, retests the lower high. So the 618 Fibonacci, a retest of this zone on the hour. That's this is sellers selling hard and then losing steam. So that's also usually indicative of a reversal. Like you can see here, selling hard, losing steam, and we start charging up. So definitely you have to kind of think different. Like this, like I was saying earlier, this could just poop right down, but it could also mean that's just a test of this zone on the hour. And we just opened this hour, so it's just a quarter after 10. On the 1 minute, testing this lower high. So let's see if we'll break it, come back and test it. You don't want to buy up here, Sure, it can go up to there, but it can also come down here and then completely fail. So I prefer to watch it go up, come back, test the zone here with a bullish candle pattern, be above the 50, and then go up. And then I have a tight stop loss. If I get in up here, where am I going to put the stop loss? Down here and lose like $100? It's not worth it. But in a way, this bullish divergence is sure playing out. You can see that push right above the 50 here. So that's cool. I mean, it was bullish divergence up here too. Like you can get in and then look at all this downside and you just be breaking even now. If you could even stump, there's no way it would hold that. I cut my losses right away. But major drawdown. So you need the bullish divergence plus confluence. So let's say you got in here thinking, oh, bullish divergence is going to push it up. We're below the 50, that's still not enough. So again, it came down. Now we've pushed up and we're above the 50. And so definitely two confluences, bullish divergence, RSI above the 50. You get a retest of this lower high. It's good. Broke the 20, the 9 and the 21. Oh, I'm tired. It was cold this morning. It's getting hot now. Oh. I get that retest. Let's do it. So if we can kind of, oops, retest in here, hold this line. It's going to be around the 382, I betcha. Because you know my Fibonacci's got it going on. Yeah, it is. That's fucking crazy. 382. Oh my god. There's some magical numbers, that's for sure. Anyways, you put a buy here with a tight stop. You know, actually, it hits here. You get your candle come up. Starts looking. You put in a tight stop right below the 382, and your risk is very little. If you FOMO'd in here, you got to stomach that. And then what if it goes down here and you lose a lot? With 236, you know, wicked off the 236. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Sometimes I'll start, you know, putting in orders, a few orders. I'm not too sure about this risk calculator. I don't know. I got to figure it out. It's definitely a tool that people like. Now, if this starts really pushing up, that's bullish. It's not the Morning Star. I want to look that up. What the hell is it called? I'm kind of making a little anticipatory move here. You know, there's definitely some risk because we're below the 21 and the 9. But we're up above the 50 here. So let's see. It could go down. It's not letting me drag to modify and put in my stop. Why? Usually you can drag it to make your stop loss. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now we're above the 9. See if the 9 can hold it up. You know, up to 382. Still below the 21. I'm not. I don't like that I can't drag to modify. Is it because of this? Anyways, I gotta figure that out. Lots of wicks, the upside. I don't like that. You know, if I don't start seeing it move quickly with strength in my direction, I start doubting it, to be honest. Like, let's close here right now, and then I'm liking it. So that's a bit more encouraging, for sure, especially if this candle can break through the 21. Now, if this would let me modify my stop loss, I would put it right at break-even area. But of course, it's not letting me do that. And that kind of sucks. I could put it in manually. Maybe I'll do it. So let's say 29341 stop loss. 29341, and then I can just drag it. Or maybe I can't fucking drag it. What the mother? It's got to be this thing. I don't know. I got to shut this all down and restart it. Now we could get some overhead resistance here, but that's a strong break of both those moving averages. So let's see. Again, we're above the 50. Nice entry down here off the 382. Sitting pretty, other than I can't move my stop loss. I could modify it to, let's say, 29364. 29364. 29364. 29364. And that will, I'll make profit. Oh shit, we're dumping on me. Fuck it, I'm out. Okay, well, profit is profit. Took some losses though, that sucked. See, I was wasting my time trying to fucking put that in. Double top now, so we're looking for a downside move down to here, so maybe it comes and retests this one. Broke down below the 50. Probably means we're going to go for a ride. See if we can pull back into here for an entry. I mean, this really wants to go down, don't you? Terrible entry. 6-1 at the 618. Go for a sell. Ah, it was dumb. Usually I don't do that shit. Lots of volatility though. Look at that. Looks like maybe we're going to flag down here a bit. Bad trades. Bad. Let's clean this up. You just got to cut them, you know. There's no point in holding your breath. If it's not working, it's not working. This is a strong demand zone down here. where price may get pushed back to. And then we got, let's just supply. Oh, I'm tired. Possible triple top here. See what happens here with the RSI. Break both of those moving averages. Okay, what we got here is triple top. Remember that triple bottom, quadruple bottom, boom, boom, boom. Rejection, rejection. Could be flagging, so might not be. That would be a fake out, but it's just ranging. Kind of a range bound. That means buyers and sellers agree on a price. Gets up here, sellers sell, buyers buy, sellers sell, buyers buy. So usually, you can see that was here and then boom, here and then boom. This doesn't go on forever. Eventually it will find a direction. It's a good place to enter. If it really breaks up here, you're out, but there's been a lot of sellers right there. Up my size a little bit. You know, the risk is eventually this does need to break out of here. Zooming out, though, I feel like, okay, that could be a big flag for upside break. Sure. Absolutely. It's probabilities, right? What's the probability that we'll get another move here? Some risk. Managing your risk is the number one most important thing. So that's why I like to get close with an entry. Get close at least to an area that I can kind of explain to myself what to do. If it breaks here, I'm going to get out. Whereas if I try to sell here, I'm not sure what I'm doing. You know, I'm just holding and hoping, really. Got two positions here, so I'll close my least good entry first. Ideally, that will be a profit close. Looks good so far. Now it can bounce off these, so it's not, you know, you can see here we got some bounce. Bounce. More bounce to the ounce. Really wanted to cut through before I start getting really confident here. I might want to test here again. This could be where we break out. That's the other thing. You never know. Usually if I don't see it moving quickly in my direction, I might just cut her, right? So you can see here, this moved quickly down. You know, where did it not? Here, but it wasn't quite at that zone. Yeah, I didn't like that. But shall we do it? We did break above everything there, above that. Could be a fake out. What's happened here? We're just stopping. You know, at close, I probably could have broke even, but also he can start running quickly. We're above the 50. Is this breaking this? It's kind of in the zone, so it's hard to say if we're breaking it yet. But that's a lot of tests. 1, 2, 3. And like I said, eventually it's got to push through one of these directions. Above the 50. Good thing no one's watching. Ugh. Getting hot. Getting hot. Yeah, this is not looking good for me. I think we're breaking out here, folks. Man, slippage is brutal. Honestly, I don't know. I need to stop. Okay. Back where I started. All right, folks. I think that's the day for me. Signing out.